Welcome to another session of reproduction in living organism. Yes guys, we were discussing about reproduction in living organisms. How reproduction takes place in living organisms, and I hope you all remember that I have told you there are two types of reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. And I have already told you about the basic difference between asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. What was it? Asexual, single parent is involved, and in sexual reproduction, both parents are involved. Yes guys, and we were discussing about the various types of asexual reproduction, and I told you that there are 7 types of it. Binary fission, multiple fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, 7 types, and out of which we are already done with binary fission. Do you remember what binary fission is? Yes. And splitting of the parent organisms to form 2 daughter organisms is called binary fission. And today I am going to discuss about what exactly is multiple fission. What is multiple fission, guys? Do you have any idea regarding multiple fission? Can you tell me the meaning of multiple fission? Fission, you already know what fission means. Fission is nothing but splitting. Multiple, many. Exactly, we got the meaning. Splitting into many. Yes, when a parent organism splits into many daughter organisms, then it is called as multiple fission. Yes guys, do you understand now what exactly is multiple fission? When a single uninucleate parent organism splits into many daughter nuclei or many daughter organisms, then it is called as multiple fission. Once again, I am going to repeat for you guys. So multiple fission is nothing but splitting of the uninucleate parent organisms into many number of daughter nuclei is called multiple fission. Clear? So in which organism generally it takes place? In unicellular, right? You can take the best example of Plasmodium, guys. Your malarial parasite. What exactly is Plasmodium? It's a uninucleate, unicellular malaria parasite. It causes malaria. We all know that. So how exactly the multiple fission takes place in Plasmodium? Let's see how it takes place. Can you see over the diagram here? It's nothing but the diagram of a Plasmodium. Yes, it's a Plasmodium cell. Okay, can you see that? Plasmodium cell. So what happens now during your unfavorable condition, when the environment is not suitable for Plasmodium, a outer covering, that blue colored one, an outer covering is formed around the cell of the Plasmodium. Listen to me. I am going to explain you stepwise how multiple fission takes place in Plasmodium, which is nothing but a malarial parasite. Yes? What exactly is multiple fission and how multiple fission takes place in Plasmodium? How? Okay, let's first take Plasmodium. Okay, and the condition is not at all favorable for it. Okay guys, so the environment is not suitable for the Plasmodium to reproduce. So at that time what happened? We know that all organisms has got cell. In the same way, Plasmodium has also got a cell. Of course, so during that unfavorable condition, the cell of the Plasmodium forms a protective covering, and that protective covering is called cyst. C-Y-S-T, cyst. Yes, so that protective covering is called as cyst. So what happened exactly means during the unfavorable condition, the cell of the Plasmodium forms a outer protective covering which is called as cyst. The first step. Got it? What is the first step, guys? During the unfavorable condition, the cell of the Plasmodium forms a outer covering which is called as cyst. Okay? So once the cyst is formed around the cell, yes, the nucleus which is present in inside the cell starts dividing. Yes, the nucleus which is present in the cells starts dividing into number of daughter nuclei. Yes, and all these things are happening during unfavorable condition. Am I clear to you all? Yes. So first, for the very first thing during unfavorable condition, what happens is exactly an outer covering called cyst is formed around the cell. Yes, and as soon as the cyst is formed, the nucleus inside the cell starts dividing, starts splitting into many daughter nuclei. Got it? First step, formation of the covering, which is nothing but cyst. Yes, and second step, when the cyst is formed, the nucleus inside the cell starts splitting, and the nucleus splits into number of daughter nuclei. And when comes the favorable condition, when the environment is suitable for the plasmodium, the cyst layer, the outer cyst layer ruptures, breaks, and all the daughter nuclei comes outside. Got it? Clear? First what happens? The outer covering cyst is formed. Okay. Second step, once cyst is formed, the nucleus starts dividing. Okay. And when the favorable condition comes, the cyst ruptures and all the daughter nuclei which is present inside the cell comes outside, and they form cytoplasm around them and also a thick cell membrane around them, and they begin to develop as an individual daughter plasmodium. Am I clear? Yes? How exactly the new daughter plasmodium is formed? Once again for you guys. First step, very clear. During unfavorable condition, a outer covering called cyst is formed around the cell. Yes. Second step, as soon as the cyst is formed, the nucleus starts dividing into many daughter nuclei. Third step, when the favorable condition comes, the cyst ruptures and breaks, and all the daughter nuclei present inside the cell comes out. Yes. Fourth step, what happens now? The daughter nuclei forms cytoplasm and a thick cell membrane around them and behaves as an individual daughter organism. So in this way, the multiple fission takes place in your plasmodium. Yes, during unfavorable condition, protective layer called cyst is formed. You can see over here. Second step, nucleus inside the cyst divides several times to form number of daughter nuclei. Yes, and when favorable condition comes, the daughter nuclei comes outside by rupturing the cyst, and they forms a thin cell membrane and cytoplasm around them, and they just forms a new organism. This is exactly how the multiple fission takes place. Hope guys you are clear about now binary fission and multiple fission. Now let's move on to the third type of asexual reproduction. So guys, now let's move on to the third type of asexual reproduction, which is nothing but budding. And I hope guys you have already read this in 7th and 8th class. What exactly is budding and how it takes place. So let's again discuss about what exactly is budding. So in budding, what happens now? A new daughter individual or a new organism is developed from an outgrowth of the parent. Yes, a parent, suppose there is a parent organism, and in that parent organism a small outgrowth is present, a small projection is there, and that outgrowth and that projection is called as bud. Yes, so in parent organism, if a projection is there, if a outgrowth is there, that is called as bud, and that bud develops and finally separates from the parent organisms and form a new individual is nothing but budding. Yes, so here simple thing is that a new individual is formed from the body of the parent only. From the projection of the parent only. Simple thing. Means there is no complication is there. So a new individual is formed. A new organism is formed from the outgrowth of the parent individual. Am I clear? Yes? What exactly is budding? A new individual is formed from a outgrowth or from a projection which is present in the parent individual only. So that exactly is budding. So a daughter individual is formed by a small projection which is present in the parent. And what is that projection called, guys? Come on, tell me. Just now I told you what is that projection called. That projection is nothing but it's called as bud. So a new daughter individual is formed from the body of the parent individual from a bud, and this exactly means your budding. Got it? Okay, so a daughter individual is formed from a small projection from the parent. Yes, so how we are going to define what exactly is budding? So the production of a new individual from an outgrowth of the parent individual is called budding. What budding is? The production of a new individual. Yes, of course, we want a new organism, we want a new individual, we want a new daughter organism. From how? From the projection of the parent, and that projection is nothing but it is called as bud. Yes, so the production, just see here, the production of a new individual from an outgrowth of the parent individual, and that outgrowth is nothing but bud, and that process and this process is called as your budding. Means new individual is formed. The production of a new individual is formed. From where? From the outgrowth of the parent, and that outgrowth, that projection is called as your bud, and this process is called as budding. Means from the body of the parent organism only new individual is formed. Understood? Once again, a new individual is formed from the projection or an outgrowth present in the parent organism. That is what budding. So it may take place in some protozoa, some yeast, and mostly in Hydra. I know you all know about Hydra. What exactly is a Hydra? Hydra is a simple multicellular animal. Yes. So what exactly is budding? A new individual is formed from an outgrowth of the parent individual. Second thing, that outgrowth, that projection is called nothing but in your bud, and this process is called as your budding. And this process of budding takes place in your protozoa, in your yeast, and of course in Hydra. What exactly is Hydra? It's a very simple organism. Yes, it's a very simple organism. It's a multicellular animal, and it has got regenerative cells. It goes repeated cell division. The cells undergo repeated cell division, and hence the cells inside the Hydra is called as your regenerative cells. Yes, what Hydra are? They are simple organism. They are multicellular organism. They are simple multicellular animals, and they have got regenerative cells. What exactly you mean by regenerative cells, guys? Regenerative cells means the cells undergo repeated cell division, dividing and dividing and dividing, and that exactly is called as your regenerative cell division. So now let's see how this budding takes place in our Hydra. Can you see the diagram of the Hydra over there? Yes. So this is a parent Hydra. Yes. And can you see this one hair-like structure? That hair-like structure is called as tentacles. Yes, so just see the first picture over here. This is a diagram of a simple multicellular Hydra. Yes, this is the body of the Hydra. And here you can see some hair-like structure, and that hair-like structure is called as tentacles. Yes, so what exactly this hair-like structure called, guys? Tentacles. 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 So this hair-like structure is called as tentacles. So this is your parent Hydra. Got it? Can you see a small outgrowth here? Yes, that outgrowth. Here you can see it very nicely. So here there is a small outgrowth. Yes, this is a small outgrowth. Can you see it? So this is the body of the parent Hydra. Here a small projection is there, or a small outgrowth is there, and that outgrowth is called as your bud. Yes, and this hair are called, I told you, tentacles. Yes, a small outgrowth is present and that outgrowth is called as your bud. Small outgrowth which is called as bud, and here what happened? The cells inside the bud undergoes repeated cell division. First diagram, it's a parent hydra. It has got tentacles. A small outgrowth is seen and that outgrowth is called as your bud. Okay. So this bud undergoes repeated cell division. Why repeated cell division, guys? Can you tell me? Yes, exactly. I told you they have got regenerative cells. So due to the repeated cell division, what happened? The bud grows. Can you see here? In the third picture, the bud grows. Yes, the bud grows into big in size, matures, develops a mouth, develops tentacles. Yes, guys, can you see it? Due to the repeated cell division, what happens? The bud grows in size, the bud matures, the bud develops mouth, the bud develops tentacles. So, and all these happens due to regenerative cells, due to repeated cell divisions. Yes, so finally the bud grows, develops a mouth, develops your tentacles, and when comes the favorable condition, this bud detaches from the parents and develops into a individual daughter hydra. Got it? So whenever the favorable condition comes, this daughter hydra detaches from the parent hydra and finally develops into a new daughter hydra, and this process is exactly called as budding. Got it? So what are the first steps? Parent hydra is there and parent hydra has got mouth and hair-like structure which is called as tentacles. It has got an outgrowth. That outgrowth is called as bud. And due to this regenerative cells, due to the repeated cell division, the bud grows in size, big in size, mature and develops a mouth and tentacles. And when comes the favorable conditions, this bud finally, this daughter hydra detaches from the parents and finally becomes an individual, independent daughter hydra. And this process is called as your budding. Got it, guys? I hope now you are clear about binary fission, multiple fission and budding. Now let's see the another type of asexual reproduction. So guys, now let's move on to the fourth type of asexual reproduction, that is regeneration. Regeneration means what, guys? Come on, tell me. Come on, tell me, what do you mean by regeneration? Nothing, yeah, it's regrowth. Okay, regrowth of the lost part, I can say. Yes, regeneration means regrow or regrow of the lost part, regrowth of the injured part in case of your asexual reproduction. So, regeneration means to regrow, again to grow, to regrow. Okay, regeneration means to regrow. So it's actually it is the ability of an organism. We don't have that ability. So every organism doesn't have that ability to regrow the lost part. Yes, some organisms have the ability to again regrow the lost part. If a part of an organism is lost by any chance or by any mistake or due to any injury, if it loses a part, the organism has the capacity to again regrow that part. It's not possible in our cases. Yes, if I am losing my finger will again regrow? No, not exactly. Yes, so in some cases only it's possible only. So what exactly is regeneration means? It's nothing but to regrow. Regrowth of the lost part, regrowth of the injured part. So the ability of an organism to regenerate the lost part of the body which has been removed by an injury. For instance, what happened? Planaria is there. Okay, so some misfortune happened to planaria. It lost its part. It has been cut into several pieces. Yes, but planaria has got the ability to again regrow and develop into a new planaria. Isn't it a miracle? Yes, it's exactly a miracle. And yes, and every organism doesn't have that ability. A few organisms has got that ability to regenerate the lost part, to regrow the injured part, and that exactly means your regeneration. Regeneration means again to regrow into a new individual by developing the lost part. Yes, what exactly is regeneration means? To regrow the lost part and finally becoming a new individual. That exactly is regeneration. So the ability of an organism, listen to me carefully, the ability of an organism to regenerate the lost part of the body. And how the part is lost? Due to any injury. The ability of an organism to regenerate the lost part which have been removed by an organism is called as your regeneration. Means suppose a part is lost, a part is injured, that organism has the ability to again develop into a new organism, and that is possible because of repeated cell division. Yes, so and it takes place in some algae, in some fungi, and even in some Hydra guys and planaria. Yes, and today we are going to discuss about how regeneration takes place in planaria. Planaria, you know, it's a flatworm which is found in ponds and fresh water. Yes, planaria is a freshwater flatworm. So in planaria, what happens? This regeneration process takes place. What happens? Now, just now I told you, now in planaria, if it's get cut from several parts of the body. Just see this example. So this is a planaria. And can you see this? So this is a planaria and it has been cut or lost its parts due to any injury. Yes, it has been one part, it is another part, it is another part. So planaria is cut into number of pieces, and each pieces, yes, and each pieces then regenerate to form a complete new organism. Suppose this is a parent planaria. Yes, and it is cut into number of pieces, and second step in each piece of the planaria regenerate to form a new planaria. Yes, see this planaria, this part, this cut piece of the planaria again develops into a new planaria. This cut piece of the planaria again develops into a new planaria. The tail part of the planaria again develops into a new planaria, and this is possible because of dividing cells. The lost part is grown by regeneration, and regeneration is nothing but repeated division of the cell division. Hence, new organism is developed by developing the lost part, by regrowing the lost part of an organism. That exactly means your regeneration. Am I clear? Yes. So now let's move on to the fifth type of asexual reproduction. So guys, now let's move on to the fifth type of asexual reproduction, that is fragmentation, and which is quite similar with regeneration. Yes guys, so fragmentation is what the process of breaking of the body of a multicellular. Please note it down. We are going to speak about multicellular organism. Here also what happens? The process of breaking of the body. The body breaks. Okay, the body breaks of a multicellular organism, and finally that broken pieces again grow to form a new complete organism is called fragmentation. Suppose a fragment, I can give you the best example like Spirogyra, fungi, your bryophytes and sea animals. These are the examples of your fragmentation. So in fragmentation also same, exactly it's same about your regeneration. Here also the body of an individual breaks, yes, and each cut piece or each broken pieces again regenerates to form a new organisms. Yes, but the difference takes place in your multicellular organism. So it's a process of breaking of the body. Yes, it's a process of breaking of the body of a multicellular organism into two or more pieces, and each growing to form a new complete organism. It will break. The multicellular organism will split. The multicellular organism will break or splits into number of pieces, and each piece has that ability to develop into a new organism. That exactly is fragmentation, and it takes place in Spirogyra, which is an algae, in fungi, in bryophytes, in sea anemone. Yes, so let's see how fragmentation takes place in case of Spirogyra. Spirogyra, we know it's a filamentous, spiral-shaped algae which is found in ponds, lakes. Yes, so it's a Spirogyra, guys. Yes, and it is generally found in fresh water like ponds and lakes. Suppose by instance, a species breaks. The pieces of the Spirogyra breaks into two pieces. Now each piece of the Spirogyra has the ability to again regenerate and forms a new Spirogyra. And how it's possible and why it is possible? Because the cell has got regenerative cells are there, and that cells undergoes cell division, and due to cell division each piece of Spirogyra matures, grows and develops into a new Spirogyra. This is what exactly the fragmentation. Hope guys you understood about binary fission, multiple fission, fragmentation, budding. So in the coming class we are going to discuss about vegetative propagation and spore formations. Please revise and go through your books and let me know if any kind of difficulty you are finding in understanding these topics. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.